You're listening to Galnet News, your galaxy in focus. 12th of March, 3301. In today's news, Core Dynamics complete the production of their new capital ship for the Federation. We have a report of the war in Banki from Commander John Paul Wilson, and our special report on the Fate of Lugh as emergency sessions are held by the Federation while the sovereign state begins its war protocol and Alioth's declaration to not assist in the conflict. Core Dynamics, in association with the Federal Navy, are pleased to announce the latest addition to the capital fleet, the FNS Nevermore. Core Dynamics Farragut-class battlecruisers represent the cutting edge in military technology. A single Farragut battlecruiser can carry several squadrons of Federal fighters and multiple corvettes across hundreds of light years without any difficulty. These deep deployment capabilities, coupled with the extraordinarily heavy firepower, guarantee that a single battlecruiser will overpower any opponent to the Federation. The construction of the new ship would not have been possible without the help of Commander Sam Isham, who braved the blockade of BD+032338 to single-handedly deliver 86,000 tons of copper to the Core Dynamics workshop at Hudson Dock. When asked to comment, Commander Isham had this to say: "As the sole proprietor of Toad's independent trading services, I am happy to have helped with the building of new Core Dynamics Dreadnought, the FNS Nevermore. I look forward to working with them on future products." To celebrate the launch of the FNS Nevermore, Core Dynamics have supplied the Hudson Dock with a large number of discounted Federal dropships for any commanders to swoop in and make a quick, cheap purchase. We now go to a special report we received from Commander John Paul Wilson. While he is unable to send a clear transmission, we have received his report from the war-torn system of Banki. He has confirmed that the Federation may have won the war in Banki system, but survivors on both sides are still in a struggle for survival. After a long and bitter conflict, the Federation was able to clutch a victory, as well as a base, after offering greater incentives for commanders willing to fight on their side. This strategy drew in throngs of commanders from throughout the galaxy, tilting the scales decisively in favour of the Federal Navy. At the end, the situation grew very grim for the Banki Gold Gang. Hundreds were killed, thousands were wounded, and medical supplies stretched perilously thin. Despite winning the war, the Federation now has to deal with a destitute populace, an outbreak, and the threat of famine on the horizon. The CEO of the Gold Advance Partners and current governor of Banki, Christopher Kelson, has put out this passionate plea for help. Banki needs the support of commanders now more than ever. Supplying even a small amount of Banki's needs will help to ease the suffering of the ill, the orphaned, and the poor. And that is all that we received from Commander John Paul Wilson, and we hope he's safe and on his way home. Equally, if you are available, please do make every effort to help those in plight. Now for our special report on the outlook of Lugh. An emergency special session of the Federal Congress was held to discuss how to deal with the Crimson State Group's attempts to force Lugh to secede from the Federation. Lugh is home to 15.3 billion residents who are supported almost entirely by the vast natural resources that Lugh has at its disposal. In her address to Congress, President Halsey had this to say on the situation.
Systems choosing to hold fair and democratic elections to determine whether they wish to remain within the federal fold is one thing, but a group of religious fanatics petitioning a foreign power to help overthrow a democratically elected federal government is another matter entirely. The Federation will not allow theocrats, terrorists, or any other fringe organisation to usurp the rights and proper rules that govern our society. If the Crimson State Group continues to go down this road, then the Federation will respond with whatever force deemed necessary.
Following President Halsey's announcement, Crimson State Group representatives who were still present on Alioth were forced to make a hasty departure, as reports of federal checkpoints being established around local exit points began to hit the Alliance blogosphere. It would appear that the Federation means to finally show its hand in what has been a long and arduous game of poker between the Federal Goliath and a small but proud people willing to defy the domination of their oppressors. In the wake of his unsuccessful attempts to reach a favourable conclusion with the representatives of the Alliance, Ambassador Amon Oe Laogia had this to say: "Lugh is a sovereign state. This is an undeniable truth. An error does not become truth by multiplied propagation, nor does truth become error because nobody sees it. Though the storm clouds gather around us, it has been written in our ancient Lerba Gabala Lugh that the sons of Khon will come to Lugh's aid at this time of direst need. That also is a universal truth." In what is now clearly the beginnings of a religious war, Prime Minister Edmund Mahon had issued a warning to the Crimson State Group that it stands alone in its opposition to the Federation's continued governance of Lugh at the gathering of the Alliance Assembly today. It is not the place of the Alliance to intervene in matters of legitimate federal governance. No laws have been broken, no rights have been abused, and as such no military aid will be forthcoming for the freedom fighters of Lugh. Similarly, until such time as the residents of Lugh have fully seceded from the Federation, any applications to join the Alliance of Independent Systems will be automatically rejected on the grounds that Lugh is not a fully functioning independent state. The news will come as quite a blow for Lugh, and the Crimson State Group in particular, who will now need to find allies closer to home if they want to have any hope of winning their fight for independence. We are going to continue following this story as it unfolds. Billions of lives hang in the balance of a system's future, and each action taken appears only to lead towards a hostile outcome. That's the Galnet news for today. Tune in next time to keep your galaxy in focus.